Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com, and today I have a couple of really fun cards to share with you using three of my favorite companies all mixed together. I'm using Heffy Doodle, Pea Designs, and Maker Forte, and I'm going to be using all of these inks as well. So I have these stamp sets, and this is the first of the stencils I'm going to be using. It's called Tear Me Away, and it is a really beautiful stencil. It's got the negative and the positive of the stencil, so you can do a lot of really fun techniques. But today we're just going to use it for the background and make a rainbow of colors back there. Of course, I love these neon inks from Maker Forte. They are some of my favorites right now. I've been playing around with them for summer. They make really bright, beautiful cards. I started with Rah Skirt, and then I moved on to, I believe, roller skates. This one is Outrageous. It's called Outrageous. That's the orange color. Then we're going to move on to California Love, which is this beautiful, bright neon yellow. I love it. And then some lime wired and pop art, which is also a favorite. And then we'll go on with the acid wash and the purple rain. So it makes a really beautiful rainbow of colors. They really thought of all of the colors here to make some beautiful, beautiful backgrounds. So here's the last color, acid wash. And then we're going to set this whole background aside as we work on the other elements. But look at that. A very beautiful design, and I love the size of it as well. So now I'm just going to take some of these stamps from this set from Heffy Doodle. This is called Wingman, and we've got a bunch of really cute parrots on here. Then I'm going to take some stamps from this set called Hey Summer from Pea Designs, and I'm going to stamp those out as well. I really love this bear. So both of my cards today feature this bear, and I'm going to color them up differently for both of them. For this first card though, I'm going to color these parrots in a rainbow of colors, kind of to match our background. So I've chosen a whole bunch of Copic markers that are in rainbow colors, and first I'm going to color this bear, and the bear is going to be a brown bear. So I'm using some E50s here to color in his snout and his nose, and then a little bit of pink for his ears, and then I'll color in his body with some more of these E50 colors. So as I color these up, I just wanted to mention that this was a very interesting challenge. Sometimes when you're putting different companies together, they don't always mesh beautifully or work together, but I accepted this challenge, and it was really fun to get these to work together. Now, by the way, that paintbrush that's on the right hand side that's stamped out is from SugarPea Designs, also called Color of Life, and I'm going to be using a sentiment stamp from that SugarPea Designs set as well to bring this all together. Now we've got the bear colored up with all of these beautiful brown colors. The colors are listed if you're interested. And now I'm going to move on to the parrots. I'm going to start with some purples, and I've got them listed for you as well, and I'll just continue to list all the colors, and then I'm going to move on to blue with this B16. And you'll see that I'm moving kind of in a backward rainbow color scheme, but I tried to keep those rainbow colors going on all of the parrots. I colored them all up a little bit differently, but this is the only one I'm going to keep in for you because basically it's all the same, just kind of mixing up where the colors are. So I'm going to go in with the BG11 and transition to the BG45, and then I'll move back and forth through the colors as I get these to kind of blend together. The greens are going to be YG13 and YG05. I'm also going to throw in a YG01 so that it's easier to transition into the yellow. But you'll see I'm going back and forth, back to the blues a little to make those a little darker, and also get those to blend into the green. All right, so I'll color the beak up now with the lightest yellow, and then add the Y08, which is a really bright color. And you can see again, back and forth as I blend these to go up the parrot. Now, normally this is not how you would see a parrot in real life. One thing I love about card making is it really does not have to be true to life. You can color anything, any color you want. And so he is really going to be a rainbow bird here. So not something you would find in the jungle maybe. But here we go. Here's all our birds. And now I'm going to add some dots to some of these just to give them a little more character. Also to make those blends blend together a little more. You can see I've already added some dots to the wings on one of the others and to the tail feathers. So here's that sentiment I was talking about. This is from Color of Life. It says, wishing you a colorful birthday. I stamped that on with my favorite black ink from Maker Forte, which is the Eclipse Remarkable ink. And now there are a couple of paint splats in this stamp set. So I chose one that's a heart, and I'm stamping that with the Rah Skirt color to kind of match that rainbow up there. And then I'm going to add a few in different colors of the regular paint splatters that are just kind of, they're shaped like a paint splatter, I guess. And I'm going to stamp those on the colors of the background. And this is going to add some more texture, some more interest to the background. It's a little bit difficult to see on camera here, but you'll be able to see that a little better in the still photos at the end. So just adding those a little bit here and there to cover that background. I will trim this panel down before I add all of those other elements, and then we're going to put it onto a rainbow patterned paper. This is really going to make it over the top rainbow. Such a happy card. I have attached the parrot to the bear's arm there and the paintbrush to his other arm that he's holding up. And then the little tiny bird I put on top of his head. And then I'm going to add a couple of these other birds to the side there. Look at how fun and colorful this card is. I ended up not using that parrot at the top right there that I colored up in the video, but I can save that for another card, so no worries. I'm just going to attach this using my favorite liquid adhesive to the panel, and then we'll attach it to a 110-pound card base. And here is our first card using all three companies put together. I think they look super cute together. What do you think? That bear looks like he's been painting up those parrots and maybe painting that background. Very, very cute. It's sure to make anyone smile. All right, now we're going to go ahead and add that bear with some of these crabs from this stamp set from Heffy Doodle called A Little Shellfish. And then I'm going to use the Surfboards from Maker Forte that have a little design to them. And I'm going to use the brand new stencil from Maker Forte called Lemon Squeeze. And this is going to be a really fun, easy card. And I'm going to show you how to mask something super simple. It's thanks to Maker Forte that this is working out, and I'll show you why. So look at this. I'm going to stamp the surfboard first for this card, and then I'm going to take the stencil that matches. Now this stencil that I have here is a slimline stencil, but the one they have that they sell in the shop is the A2 size. This one was a special promotion, I think, for a Hedgehog Holidays a while back, something like that. So I'm going to take the mask that comes with the stencil, the inside portion. I'm going to mask off that surfboard so that we can do the background. And then once that is masked off, I'll go ahead and stamp on that cute bear. I can't even handle the cuteness where he's holding up this surfboard. And for this one, since the surfboard's masked, we're going to stamp him and it's going to look like he's behind the surfboard, kind of holding it up there. So cute. While that bear is in my MISTI, I'm going to also stamp him on some masking paper because for this guy, I'm going to have to create my own mask. I don't have a shortcut for this one, but I cut that out. It's super simple to cut out, and now I'm going to go ahead and place that over the bear. The mask is still over the surfboard, and now we're going to go ahead and make the background some lemon orange goodness. So there's two layers to the stencil. One is the lemons or oranges or limes, whatever you want it to be, citrus. and the second stencil is for the leaves. Today I decided to do kind of a lemon orange look, so I'm going to first take that beautiful bright California Love color of ink from Maker Forte, and I'm going to brush that over the stencil just like so, and then I'm going to add some beautiful orange to it to give it some shadowing. And I'm taking this, I'm not inking it over the entire image, just over kind of the right hand side of each of those. I'm trying to be really careful here and not adding it over the entire thing. I just want it to give more of a shadow. So it looks kind of like a lemony orange. Is there such thing as a lemon orange hybrid? I think there is. I really do. I just don't know what it's called. But we're going to get a really bright background. And you might have noticed that I took some post-it tape or some mint tape and placed it on the bottom of the panel. That's so I can create a ground later on, and you'll see that in just a minute. So now I'm taking some lime wired, and then I'll go over it a little bit with pop art to create the leaves on those lemon oranges. And now it's time to remove that mint tape, and then I'll place it over the background we just did so that I can make the ground. Really simply just going to put on some antique linen and some vintage photo here, distress inks, kind of making a little shadow beneath the bear and the surfboard, but not taking too much time or worrying too much about this. And then I can peel off all of those masks and look at this cute image. I'm going to save that mask. I usually put it on the back of my stamp set so I can reuse it later if I ever need that mask for this bear again. Now to color this, I'm going to use the other side of the stencil that just kind of outlines that surfboard, and I can really quickly ink on some of that yellow ink to create our yellow surfboard. Look how fast it is to color that. Super fast. I love that stencil. I like shortcuts like that. So great. Now I'm going to take this Tutti Frutti add-on for the surfboard, and I'm going to use the actual acetate here to line that up. I kind of have a hard time lining these up with the surfboards, but if you use this trick where you take the acetate and see where it actually is going to go on that surfboard, you place your stamp over the top and pick it up with your MISTI, then most often you'll get a really great placement of that. So there is our surfboard. And so it's a lemon lime surfboard to match our lemon lime background. And now I'm just going to simply add a little bit of Copic coloring over the top of these lemons. I'm using that same Y08 that we used on the other card and just adding it to the centers of the lemons. That's it. I decided not to even add any orange. Then YG01 and the YG05 for the leaves, just to add a little shadow there, blend it out with the YG01, and that's it for our surfboard. That's all the coloring. That's it. I colored the polar bear up with some cool grays, so he's already colored. He's a white bear, but I used some grays to add some shadowing, especially to his snout there. And now the sentiment is coming from this same little shellfish stamp set from Heffy Doodle, and I stamped Seize the Day, and then this says Have a Crabulous Day, and I stamped that in red to match our crabs at the bottom and also that little bucket. I popped those up with some foam tape, and now I'm going to put this on a top folding card base that's 110 pound, and there's our second card. So beautiful and citrusy and fun with all those images. The bear from SugarPea, the surfboard, and the background from Maker Forte, and those cute crabs from Heffy Doodle. I don't know. What do you think? I love these companies together. I think they work really well. So here's a final look at all of those cards and how they turned out. I had a super fun time creating them. I hope you enjoyed watching this process video too. If you did, give me a thumbs up. It really does help with YouTube. And I really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel as well so you don't miss a thing. I'll be back real soon with more card making inspiration and some tips and tricks for easy card making. Thanks for stopping by today. I really appreciate you coming back again and again. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.